Hi guys, it's Sabrina. Today I'm going to be discussing when to seek professional help for your mental health. Um, I see a lot of people who have trouble looking for help when they're struggling. That might be because they're weak or they don't feel like what they're going through is severe enough to need help, whether that be therapy, counseling, um, even crisis intervention. But whatever you're going through, it's valid. It deserves to be addressed if it's affecting your life at all. Um, so we're going to be talking about seeking mental health today. Or mental health help today. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about symptoms that may be indicators of problems that need addressing first. Keep in mind, I'm not a professional. I'm not like a counselor or anything. I'm just sharing what I know to hopefully help someone. Alright, let's get started. So, the first thing that's super common in a lot of people with depression or related disorders is apathy. That that's basically just struggling to do anything. Getting out of bed, getting dressed, hygiene, feeding yourself, getting out doing activities or working or going to school. Uh, it affects people's lives a lot because everything becomes so much more difficult for them. And it can lead to job loss of relationships, just struggling. And it deserves to be addressed because it's, from my experience, it's just really hard to watch your life crumble around you when you feel like you're so tired and can't really change it. So it also affects your quality of life. So people who are apathetic often have they just often have a lower mood. They just have less. You know what? I'm not gonna finish that because I don't know what to say. But they just have a much harder time in their lives. So it deserves to be addressed because it's affecting their lives negatively. Yes. Another thing you can see is like a lot of low mood. So that can be sadness, anger, even emptiness. That can really start to affect people and lead to it can lead to that apathy, and it can also lead to maladaptive behaviors to manage those feelings. So whether that be self-harm, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, promiscuity, to name some of the more extreme ones even. uh, yeah, so um sorry, I don't have a script. I'm just coming up with these as I can. uh so probably another thing to address would be actually some of those maladaptive behaviors that people might be having. So if there's self-harming behavior, whether that's cutting, burning, scratching, um, depriving yourself of food, binging, purging, um, that definitely deserves medical attention or professional attention from a therapist or counselor, or possibly even crisis intervention if there's like probable cause, I think. Um, and suicidal ideation for sure would need attention because, well, okay, let me tell you what that is first, if you don't know. Suicidal ideation is basically fantasizing about suicide. So that can be a lot of thoughts revolving around suicide, specific plans for suicide, and then even intention for suicide. That definitely deserves professional attention because it can, lead to someone's death, and nobody wants that. So now that we've gone over some symptoms, what are some possible who should you talk to? So in my experience, my first person that I talked to was my GP, who GP is general provider. So family doctor. They can hook you up with a therapist if you're underage. Otherwise, I think if you're 18 or over, you can contact behavioral health directly and set up an appointment, or you can go through your GP. If you need crisis services, so if you're at direct risk of suicide, or not direct, immediate risk of suicide, you can go to the emergency room, and they'll take care of you there. Let's see. So what happens after you find professional help? So we all hope that we can just like magically get better. But in my experience, that's not how it happens. You're gonna have to work through your stuff with people. You're gonna have to open up if you want to get better. I know that's really, really hard for a lot of people. But there's no shame in it. There's no shame in having struggles. You just gotta do your best. Do what your therapist says. Do what your doctor says. Do the best you can, Yeah. I'm here if you ever need to talk. I hope everyone is doing alright. And if you ever need to talk or have any questions, hit me up anytime. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.